You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, Kick Dingbat here, and welcome to lunchtime with Fat Ass Philly 500. What is going on, everybody? I don't know what happened before. It was acting all weird. I updated my computer last night, and maybe that's why. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. It had old overlays on there and everything. I didn't know what was going on. It was weird because I deleted those overlays, but we're back at it, and I hope it's working. Let me know if it is. What is happening, everybody? Let me say what's up to the chat. XO, what's here? Laceyford, Seabiscuit. I just watched Seabiscuit the other day. 125, what's going on? Steve, what's happening? What's going down in Chinatown? What's up, Hazard? Lilies, Willis. Thank you guys so much for being here. Anybody I missed, I apologize. I know they got all whacked up out of there, but anyways, what the hell's going on with our Eagles? Are you worried? Are you okay? Do you feel there is a problem? I listened to Patullo's news conference yesterday, and I got to tell you, I didn't have a lot of confidence in what he was saying. It made me feel a little bit uneasy. However, I still think we've got to give it some time, no doubt about it. And the one thing also, I think we need to talk about, when it comes to the Eagles, is that offense may not be humming, but damn, that defense is off to a really, really good start. I mean, I don't think people realize that we've just gotten two defensive steals yet again. This is 2 years in a row where we're getting two starting defensive players that are contributing right away. And to me, I think this defense is better than I thought it was going to be. A lot better. Though it's not perfect, but with the addition of Zadarius Smith on the defensive line, I think this defense is actually better than I thought it was going to be this early. Now, the offense, does it need help? Yeah, it needs help. But at least we know that we have the talent that if we fix it, we'll be all right and ready to go. You know what I mean? What's good, the People's Champion? How are you? Redo the poll. I forgot what the poll even said on the last one. Drewich, what's going on, my man? Zalexia, what's happening? Steve, what's going on? Yeah, everything is okay. I mean, there's like utter panic, which I think is totally crazy. I don't see Mav in here. I see Mav's name, but I don't see the angry faces. Ezekiel says the team will only get better. We're winning despite any issues. We take out the Rams, and I see us going undefeated for a while. Well, I think the next two games are like really important. If the Eagles somehow win these next two games, I think they're gonna run away with the conference, because I think these two games, the next two games, they're gonna have all sorts of tie-breaking implications later down the road. The offensively definitely needs a CPR. What's a CPR? Quarterback. Lazyford. What time is it for you, 5? It is 10:40. 10:40. I'm a little late today. I actually like to come on here and do this earlier, but I just didn't get a chance. Alan, what's going on, my man? So trade a third for Kellen Moore. You want Kellen Moore back? The Saints need all the draft picks they could get. Yeah, they definitely do. Now I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit of the game and a little bit of the all 22s. Not all of it yet. But, I mean, there's some crazy things going on. Like, the first thing, I think the most apparent thing when you look at the offense and what they're doing it's just very predictable. It's very predictable that, when they're going to run, they run. When they're going to pass, they pass. It's very vanilla and basic. Now, I will say this. There are times where that I watch that Jalen Hurts has guys really early open, and he waits and holds on the ball, and it closes pretty quick. However, to me, the bigger problem is the predictability of this offense. Like, why you have no Goddard in there? They run a lot of 12 men. Like, they got a lot of two tight end sets. And it's like, why are you not going 4 wide? Where's Mechie? Why is he not involved? They don't stretch the field either. I think it's too predictable. I think that's the biggest problem. Bees, what's going on, man? What's going on with you? The Bucs game is going to be a crazy one for us, Philly. If we're 3-0 when we go in that Bucs game, we'll be all right. 10 straight routes for AJ that are 5-yard slants is like Pee Wee football scheme. Yeah, and the thing about it is that the slants were really more open against Dallas, and they didn't use him then. It's like you're a week late on him. Murder says, "Oh, what up, Philly? I'm not tripping on the offense. They will get it together. I think Dickerson injury is having a bigger effect on them right now than the team is letting off." Yeah, possibly. I just think they've got to mix it up. I think they've got to do some different things. I think they've got to go against what the percentages say. Like, who was it? Bubba told me that 96% of the time Hurts is under center, they run the ball. Well, you got to add some play action into that. But to me, the biggest thing is predictability. Lord Vaughn says, 500, we're saying the same thing last year. Yeah, early on we were saying the same thing, and then the year before that. Now the question becomes, is it because of how they're scheming the offense for Hurts, or is it because Nick Sirianni's controlling the offense? What is exactly going on? I think that's a fair question. It's never one person or, one thing. I think it's all of a bunch of different things. But to me, predictability is the biggest thing. 500, I think that we are missing Becton more than a lot of people thought. I like Tyler Steen, but he ain't near as good as Becton. Also, Patullo has been passing game coordinator since 2021. Yeah, Patullo has been the passing game coordinator. I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand certain situations. Like, why are you afraid to pass? Why are you afraid to stretch the field? I think they get into these patterns, and it's like, all right, you don't have Dallas Goedert. Why do you have 2 tight ends there all the time? Like, I think they need to change it up. Rolfo does a 5. I think we're missing. Oh, I think I read that one. Got all these wide receivers, not even using a waste of. Yeah, well, that's my point exactly. AJ's still hurt. I'm not. I don't know. Why can't the coaches see what we see and take action? I think they do, but I think they've got a mindset of like, well, we're gonna do it anyways. It's like we've talked about with the running game. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball, and you can't stop it. But I think that sometimes they're doing it with, like, in the passing game and stuff. It just don't look good. They went under center. To start the second half, and they were getting like 6, 7, 8 yards a carry, and then they just stopped, and they didn't even run one play action off of it. Jalen has some faults in it. He's got some of the responsibility. There are some plays where the routes are open early, and he holds on the ball a little long sometimes. And if he gets rid of it early, they're open. However, I still think the bigger problem is the predictability. I think people watching at home can look and say they're going to run the ball, they're going to pass the ball. You have an idea what they're going to do. Bennett better start this week. I have no faith in Adoree. Yeah, and that's the other problem, But I'm far less worried about that than I am worried about the offense. The offense is what scares me. Mike says, sorry to bother you. You ain't bothering us. Patullo's lack of imagination is disturbing for a guy who supposedly has been passing in corner for the last 4 years. Yeah. No, I mean I've got to watch. I've watched about a quarter, so we'll see what the rest of it shows. I was gonna watch the rest of it last night. I was watching the Phillies. I got home late and the Phillies were on. And I fell asleep after they took the lead. Joey Steele says, I like Hurts a lot, but I feel like Tanner gets in there, the offense will be insane. He just looks really good. Yeah, I mean, he looks good, but once you got the starters in and real defenses, you just don't know. You just don't know. Holy Tomato says, 500, do you think it's because they don't want to put that much on tape now for teams to see, like last year when the playoffs started, they exploded? No, I don't think that's what it is. I think like they kind of got an attitude like, we what we're gonna do, but we're just gonna do it because we've got the talent that will beat your guys, But I don't know. They just need to, I think, mix it up a little more. I think stop being so predictable. Hey, 500. Was there any good that came out today? Was there anything good that came out today? What do you mean? You mean like Eagle-wise? Well, I tell you what. I mean, we're talking about the offensive tool, but that defense is way ahead of what I thought it was. You have legitimately two stud rookies. Like Makuba made the play of the game, and then you could argue that Jahad Campbell week 1 was in on it, And I think getting Zadarius Smith, I think this defense is going to be really, really good again. I do. We're going to have to figure out that cornerback spot, and we'll get it sorted out. But the rest of it, I really liked it. It's the play calling and the calling for Tanner to be in. That dude is, yeah. I think it's the play calling, mostly play calling. I mean, Hurts has missed some throws, but to me, it's more the play calling. Bengals are singing Sean Clifford because of Burrow's leg injury, signing Sean Clifford because he's out for the season. Burrow's out for the season? I thought Burrow was out for 3 months until November. We're doing just enough to win the regular season, then the playoffs we're blowing teams out. I feel like here's what I feel like is going to happen. I feel like you're going to progressively see. Like this week, you're going to see it a little better. I think the run game is going to be a little better this week. Then that Tampa Bay game is going to be a little better. And then they're going to start to roll. And when they do, it's over. Because this team is good. And it's funny watching the league now cry about the tush push. Like, oh, the Eagles, they're only good because of this one play. And this one play, they're always all sides. No, they're not always all sides. But defenses always line up in the neutral zone. The tush push is gone. It's gone. They are not keeping it another year. They are doing everything they can to get the public against it, to make it look like the worst thing ever. Now, instead of talking about players hurt, health, now they're saying we can't officiate it. It's too hard to officiate it. So it's gone. There's no way they're keeping that thing this year. Chris Dog, man, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I appreciate that. Yo, 500, you think Nick involves some offensive scheme or front office or Jim? I always wonder about Nick's involvement in the offense. We've said this year, last year at the beginning of the year also. Like, it felt like, if you remember last year, now we were a little more explosive last year and we had injuries, but a lot of the talk early on was, well, this offense looks like it did a year ago. It looks like it did a year ago. And then it was really after that bye week that things started to change. So we've got to be a little patient. But I do wonder how much Nick is influencing what they're doing. Who's available for offensive coordinator? I don't know. I don't know, Mav. I don't know at all. Justin, man, thank you for the super chat. Why are you whining, Philly, about the offense? I wouldn't call it whining. It's called a discussion. You ever heard of a discussion? Christian, thank you for super chat. He goes, Nick always has his greasy Italian hands in our offense. Yeah, man, always that cannoli sitting there. He's got the crumbs all over. But I mean, I think they'll I do think they'll figure it out. They're too talented to me to not figure it out. But I do think they hamstring themselves. when Worthy and Rice come back, we're going to be unstoppable. You might be out of it by then. You better beat the Giants this week. Look at that back troll. Never see. Oh, 49er guy? Yeah. Your girlfriend surprised you on your birthday with tickets to the Raiders game. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's very cool. Niners all day. The Niners stink. Niner fans are obsessed. Worry about the Rams tearing you a new one. Yeah. Yeah, the Rams is going to be a tough game. Question: if the Eagles fan base are willing to let the defense to sort the problems out, then why not give offense the same latitude? You have to. Yeah, I think you have to. You know, when I come on here and I'm talking about it, I'm not talking about it's not like the house isn't burning down, the ship isn't sinking. We're just talking about what we need to do to be better next week. You know, I think it's too early to hit the panic button. You got to give it time. You got to give it time. I think we'll know much more week 6, 7. I think they're going to be better this week. See, I think all this stuff it always motivates the Eagles. You've got the Chiefs talking about the Eagles only win because of the tush push. Now you got McVay announcing that he's going to the league to complain about the Eagles getting away with all sides there, right? Then you have Devontae Adams come out talking about it. You know, everybody's talking about it and putting the Eagles in this box that, they only win because of this. I think the Eagles are going to come out, and I think they're going to beat the crap out of the Rams. I do. And it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. But I think we're beating the crap out of them. We win this game, forget about it. Bruce, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, tush push shouldn't be an issue anymore. We just saw the Vikings try it against the Falcons and epically fail. That's the other thing that in the argument about the whole thing is all these people could talk about it. Adam Schefter, I'm sick of it, and Kansas City lost in March because they didn't ban it, and the head of officiating. They all could talk about it like it's this unstoppable play that you can't officiate, blah, 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 blah. But how come nobody else can do it? How come Buffalo in the AFC Championship game couldn't do it? None of these teams can do it. They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna ban it, right? And then everybody's gonna act like the Eagles are done. And then Hurts is just gonna quarterback sneak. And when he quarterback sneaks, he's gonna get it 99.9% of the time anyways. So it's not gonna matter. But this idea that it's just it's unstoppable play. Yeah, for one team only. Only for one team. Nobody else can do it. Eagles got lucky. I don't know. Lucky is like the Dallas Cowboys. That's lucky. Dave, thank you for super chat. He goes, we need to run a lot more play action. Oh, man. It's crazy the amount of play action they don't run. There are a couple times where they hand off Barkley, man. And you could see before the handoff even got there, right? Let's say he ran right. The whole defense, everybody's going that way. If Hurts would just play action and bootleg, I mean, you got big yards out in front. They don't do enough of it. Remember when we were was it the championship game or the division game? I can't remember which. They were going to do a push-tush, and they faked the kneel. They faked it, and they went deep. We need to do things like that. I kind of feel like the Eagles feel like we're so good and talented that we don't need to do anything to trick you. Because we don't care that you know what we're going to do. We're just going to do it anyways. I feel like that's the attitude. Because they know this. I mean, Nick Sirianni, those coaches know what they're saying. They see the same thing. They just, I don't know. Yeah, they all of a sudden can't officiate. The people are, well, that's what they're saying now, right? That's the big thing. Oh, it's unofficiatingable. You can't do it because the offensive line jumps all sides and the defense lines up in the neutral zone. They are going to villainize the Eagles and this whole thing so that by the time next spring comes and they do the vote, it's going to get banned. This is the last year of it. I have no doubt. Which is why I do it I would do it every week. It's only week 3, have patience. Exactly. You got to have patience. No, make no mistake about it. I believe you got to be patient. I believe that we'll get things figured out. But these are the things that we've noticed so far. Dave D says, we need to run a lot more play action. Oh, I think I read that. Yeah, we do. Listen, the Eagles, if the Eagles played up to their capability, they would have blown Dallas out in the first half. And they would have blown out the Chiefs. I mean, the Eagles didn't even play good. And they sitting there and they beating the Chiefs in Kansas City. I don't care what anybody says. That's not an easy place to win. If Makuba gets another interception, he'll be the real deal. I think he is the real deal. I mean, if you look, I think he had, 6 tackles, an interception, a half a sack. He was all over the place. He's just got to stay healthy. But I like Makuba. I mean, he's clearly a gigantic upgrade over Sidney Brown. It's gigantic. Why do we overreact after week 2? Just understand that we need to improve just like... we're Eagle fans. That's what we do. It matters to us, I guess, you know? It matters. And, you know, that's the only thing I can think of. I'm not super worried about it, you know, right now. But I do want to see improvement. What I'm worried about is the next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, if you just win those games, you'll have a tiebreaker over the Rams. You'll have a tiebreaker over the Bucs. You'll still have to play Washington later in the year. You have to play Detroit once. But I think the chances that the Eagles end up running away with that conference goes up dramatically. You know? We did the same thing last year when your starters don't play in preseason. This is what happens. Yeah, I agree. 500, have you have a football for a while. Here's so many different players and coaches bitch about another team so much. We used to get upset about Dallas, but these different crybabies. Now, this is different level. I really think, my theory is that the teams know the Eagles are really good. And they know that the Eagles are really, really good, and that when they get it going, that's all she wrote. And, you know, to have a team that good, then have a play that they use that nobody else can do. I think teams are jealous, man. I think they're jealous, and I think they're worried. And shout out to Game Time Brian. Sent me this hat. Even though he's a Cowboy content creator, I like him. He's a Jersey boy. He gave me this hat, and I appreciate it. Dave D, man, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, you enjoy the best Eagles content creators. Oh, man, you're too nice. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Chiefs aren't even winning the own division. I agree. The People's Champ is here. What's up, People's Champ? He goes, Niners all day haven't won Super Bowl since 95. And it's going to be a long time before they win it. Yeah, get them likes up. Exactly. 500, if you watch in super slow-mo, every single play is an offsides or false start. I mean, I went back and I watched the Washington game. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you do slow-mo, every play for everybody could be. But I went back and I watched, like, the Washington game a little bit. And when we did the push initiatives, nobody was offsides. Nobody was offsides like they were in the Kansas City game. You know, that's just the excuse. They figured out an excuse to use during that broadcast. I truly believe it. And now they're running with it. You can't officiate it. You can't officiate the play. That's why they're going to ban it. That's why they're going to ban it, you know? But it is what it is. You know, it definitely is crazy. It's crazy to me. All right, so the Eagles this week, like, this is a big game. It's a big game. And one of the things I think Jalen's going to have a big game. Because I think he's doing the passing game, but I also think he's doing the running game. Here's what I have planned for this game. Check it out. ProfitX is the ultimate sports prediction market. Dive into peer-to-peer plays, create your own odds, and face off with fellow fans for bigger thrills and better payouts through exciting sweepstakes. Legal in 40 states. It's the smartest way to play. Get started now with promo code Philly500 and score up to $200 in ProfitX cash. That's $200 in ProfitX cash. Just use promo code Philly500. Let me know how it goes. You must be of legal age. Void where prohibited. Now let me show you guys real quick a play that I have that I love this, right? Check this out. you have the Eagles. You have Jalen Hurts plus 132 to score a touchdown. I'm taking that. Jalen Hurts will score a touchdown, whether it's a push or run in, or a passing touchdown. He's going to score quite a few this week. I think the Eagles are going to make the Rams pay. I really, really do. If you like that, you could check out ProfitX, where you get $200 in ProfitX cash. Just use promo code Philly500. Thank you so much, and shout out to ProfitX. Mad Titan says, and thank you for Super Chat. He goes, hey, brother, love the afternoon show. Pound Pastinko. Thank you, my man. Yeah, I'm trying to do these this year a little more. Right now, the schedule's usually going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll do these like early afternoon shows. Thursday, if I don't stream at night, but usually Thursday we stream the Thursday night football game, and then Monday is just really hard because it's such a busy day, especially when you have Sunday all day and stuff the day before. So Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I will be doing these in the morning for the year. Chris B says, hey, Philly, did you know that Gary Barbera used your Dallas Still Stinks on their radio show ad? You need to be able to get paid, sir. Did they use was it my voice? Or did they just say Dallas Still Stinks? Gary Barbera, is that car dealership? Oh, crap. Jeffrey, man, I'm sorry I didn't see this, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jeffrey, man. He goes, they always underrate the Eagles until we double moonwalk them. They always do, man. Always do. And I'm sorry that I missed this super chat, man. Shout out to Jeffrey. Appreciate that. Yeah, they always underrate us. And then, then we're not that good. We're not in the top 10 of this position or that position. Then it's always something. They just lie. They hate us. The Chiefs are superior than your team in the trenches, which is where your games are lost or won. How can the Chiefs be superior? Yeah, okay, I read it wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, Chiefs to Eagles. Yeah, we're superior. You're talking to Chiefs again. Yeah. It's not your voice, left. I heard the ad. Oh, it's not? Well, I don't know. I don't know what I could do then. I didn't really copyright Dallas Still Stinks. But, if they want me in the ad, they want my voice. Tell them to call me up. Send me a car. 500. I'm going to put a fire before all my chats, ripping trolls, so you don't have to read them. Okay. 500 question, brother. Do you think Howie makes a move on the trade deadline? I think Howie's going to make a move. Yes, I do. Whether it's cornerback, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with the Adoree Jackson situation. Did you think Adoree Jackson was good? I didn't think he was good. I mean, he was better than he was versus Dallas, but that's not saying a lot. I don't know. I mean, maybe they just don't like Jacorian Bennett. Maybe he's just not that good. You have to really wonder what the hell's going on. The formation is just different for leverage. You can ban players from pushing players. Some of the best plays decades would be illegal. Exactly. They're going to do it though. I mean, the onslaught is on. The whole virtual reality measurement, that's phony. I knew that was a fraud. They had the play where Jalen runs. I mean, he literally got the first down, and they said he was 6 inches short. I believe that was there to make sure the Eagles don't get it. I do. And I think that they're going to run with you can't officiate it. They just don't want that play in there. They want to get rid of it. We get no respect as champs. Time to double down. I mean, that's what I think. The only way to get respect is to go out and win another one. And if we go out and win another one, what are they going to say then? What are they going to say? Oh, it's the push. And then they're going to ban it and go, well, now the Eagles don't have it, so they won't win. They make excuses. All I know is the Eagles did not play good the first 2 weeks. They did not play like a complete team. And yet they went in and they beat Kansas City in Kansas City. Kansas City may not be what they were, but they still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got Andy Reid. They still got a decent defense. And we beat them. Dallas just stinks. We should have blown Dallas out. Why we let them hang around? I just think it was just a lot of weird things. Because the Giants beat the crap out of Dallas. And now you got the Cowboy fans telling everybody how great they are. It's like, dude, you should have lost 45-0 versus the Giants. Eagles are going to destroy the Rams. It's going to be another blowout like last year. I'm getting that feel too. I'm getting that vibe, like all this talk, all this stuff that they're having to answer questions with the offense. I just got this feeling like this week, this is where Jalen Hurts rises up and plays great. You know, like these are the moments. The big game moments is where he shines. So I think you're right. I think the tush push will be banned. They're going to ban. I'm telling you, there's no way I see that play surviving after this year. They are out to get it. I mean, it's week 2, and they are out to get it. When you have Schefter saying things like he's saying, and then the head of the officiating that's on Fox, like they're saying things on purpose. Like they're going after it big time. Adoree Defensive Player of the Year coming in. Oh, I hope so. DeJean needs to travel with Puka and Nakua. Jackson is a bust. It's a tough matchup, man. I thought Cooper DeJean played okay in the last game. The one thing that I like with Cooper, he can tackle in the open field. I think that's why they don't move him to the outside. I really do. I think it's because he's such a good tackler. Eagles struggled like 6 weeks last year. People got caught up in Super Bowl run. New coordinator, new team takes time. Give it 5. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Nothing, and let me make that clear. Nothing that we're talking about with Patullo or anything, or any of the issues, I think are permanent issues that are fundamentally going to screw us this year. I think they're all fixable and workable, you know? Yeah, NFL's pushing the narrative. I mean, that's my point. Like, they're pushing it, and they came across this idea of, well, you can't officiate it, and they're going to run with that. They're going to run with it. You see how many people now are online saying, yeah, the Eagles only won because of the push-tush, which, you know, they were jumping off sides, and really they wouldn't have won anything if it wasn't for them cheating. That's what they're saying. It's insane. But they are going to vilify us. They are going to vilify that play until it's banned. Us Ghost, thank you for the super chat. Because the Birds are getting better every game. Go Birds. And congratulations to the Phillies for clinching the National League East Championship. Yeah, man. I'm ready for the playoffs to start. We got a bunch more games to play, man. I was watching that game. Well, I fell asleep watching it. I was like, man, I'm ready for baseball playoffs, which I won't stream. We need to call out the referee, Sean Smith, every time before the game. How many games? Which ref was that? Was that last week's or the week before? I think Stafford gets sacked 7 times. Interesting. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about the comments about Jalen Carter not being in shape? I wasn't sure how to take it. Like, was he saying, like, was Vic Fangio saying that he's not in game shape because he had the shoulder injury, missed a lot of camp? Or is he saying that Jalen Carter came in, like, out of shape and, like, not ready to go at all? Like, he didn't put any work in the offseason. I'm not sure what he really meant by that. Because football shape I get. But if he's saying that he came in to camp and just was, like, completely out of shape, that would be crazy. Yo, if it is the best collection of offensive talent in the Eagles' history, why shouldn't we expect more with them and expect better production? AJF and Brown at 35 yards. No, you should. You should expect a lot more. You should expect a lot more. And what I'm saying is you'll get it. I think you'll get it. And I think they'll figure it out. I think there's too much talent, like you said, on this roster for them not to be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's they should be able to figure it out. And I believe because of that talent that they will. However, they've not been good the first 2 weeks. I think he was stealing JD's lunch. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with that. Did everyone say Jordan was on WIP saying it's bullcrap that everyone's disrespecting our defense player? He was going off this. No, I didn't hear any of this. What happened now? They should sue the NFL if they ban it because they would lose their ass in court. It's a simple fact. If everyone could do it, they would, and they can't. So they can't. 100. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean they're definitely targeting the Eagles. A reporter followed up on that question. It was because of him missing so much training camp on top of missing game one. All right, yeah, okay. Well, that's different than like, he came in completely out of shape. He'll be fine. Give him a few weeks, he'll be fine too. You're not in shape because of injuries. Okay, yeah. Well, he'll be fine then. That'll work itself out. I don't have to worry about that. A500. My friends want me to start betting on my Eagles because I will be calling it straight every time. My friends be winning all crazy. I make off them. I'm not betting, man. Don't do anything that jinxes the Eagles though. Like I try not to. I can't say it. Over the years, I try to keep betting or playing them to a minimum because I don't want to jinx it. T Brown, man, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, if they take away the push, then they have to get rid of the quarterback sneaks. It's not pretty play. Comments by the, quote, so-called grown men brothers bothers me, shaking my head. Gotcha. No, I mean, they won't get rid of the quarterback sneak, but they're going to get rid of the pushing the player, which you see a lot of in other plays, too. I mean, how many times do we see a receiver, kind of get pushed forward and things like that? On a late touchdown by the Chiefs on the analysis by Coach, it was definitely with that Josh Shea Nolan Smith had 8 in the front of the white hat judge ref. Yeah, I guess we cheated, right? That's what they think we do. Nolan will become an absolute gamer in the field. I like Nolan Smith. NFL hates Hurts. He plays like a quarterback from the 80s, so the offense doesn't match what the league wants. Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. They don't play like the rest of the league. They play a throwback style, which I think in some ways, if you do it right, I think teams can't keep up with it because I don't think that they're built to stop it. Rams are already complaining. I know. The Rams are already complaining. McVay's already gone. He's gone to the league office. Devontae Adams came out and said, he felt bad for the Chiefs, basically, and he thought they were just being babies until he saw the replay. Like, yeah, the Rams want to win this game. Bad, okay? They're frustrated. They got swept by us last year. Barkley destroyed them. Oh, no. The Rams think that they were supposed to go to the championship. If you're a Rams fan, they think they were supposed to go to the Super Bowl last year and that it was the snow and stuff really screwed them. So they're out for revenge. We've got to be ready to play this week. I think AJ being used a decoy and they don't want to test his hammy on long routes. Well, but okay, let's say you're right. Let's say his hamstring's still like a little banged up. Like, why not sit him last week? Like, he didn't do a whole bunch. Why not sit him and let him rest, after that Cowboys game? Because that's like a mini bye. And then you would have had a whole nother week off. Like, it doesn't make sense to put these guys out there. I don't know. I mean, that's my thought, So we got 551 people in here. We got 200 likes. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get at least 300 mother humping likes before we get out of here. Which, a little bit longer. I will be on Sill's show today, by the way. So that should be interesting. We're going to have to get ready to hear some bull crap about how great the Cowboys are. Right? The Cowboys are so great. Eagles are so horrible. Yet the Eagles are 2-0. And the Cowboys are what? 1-1 and had no business winning that game at all. I think our defense would take the tush-push challenge to stop the rest of the league just crying. To be fair, we're the only defense that probably could. Yeah, one of the only ones. I mean, maybe there's two other teams that could possibly do it, but I think we're only one of the few. Don't only does the Rams think that, they also think they would have beaten Kansas City also. Yeah, they think that we took their Super Bowl away. How come every time we like win a Super Bowl or something, people complain that we took their Super Bowl from them? Remember Alvin Kamara with the Saints? He said that the Eagles stole his Super Bowl, even though they lost the last second to Minnesota in that playoff game. Then you have Detroit complaining about it, and now the Rams. They all think that they owe our Super Bowls. Who's more Eagles rival outside division in the NFC, Rams or Packers? I think probably on the field the Rams, off the field the Packers, because of the Packers complaining about the tush push and stuff, the Philly shove, if you want to call it that. But I think game-wise, I think there's a rivalry brewing with the Rams and the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles have kind of owned the Rams since like 2017, right? How many times did we go to LA and beat them? And then we beat them twice last year. I think McVay is 1-5 against the Eagles. So I think there's going to be some bad blood in this game. I think it's going to get chippy. Rocky, man, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate it. It's frustrating to see other teams around the league have creative offenses, and we struggle with all this talent. Yeah, and I just really wonder if the talent, the talent is kind of the problem in a way. And what I mean by that, is, are the Eagles just, because they got so much talent on offense, are the coaches just acting like, well, we can do whatever we want? Because, yeah, they may know what we're going to do, but we got the talent to do it. I wonder if that's if it's like that complacent attitude, you know what I mean? If that's what their attitude is, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Wouldn't you look at the tape and say, when we're under center 90-something% of the time, we run the ball, we don't play action. Let's play action, You would think they would do things like that. You had no Goddard last week and you run 12-man sets. Why do you need two tight ends in? And what I'd like to know is how many times on the two tight ends, when you have two tight ends in, how many times do they run the ball and how many times do they throw? I don't know what it is. But, that would totally tip a defense off. I thought with Goddard out, I thought you would have seen more Dotson and more Mechie. You have really good wide receivers. Why do you not have 4 wide receivers out there more than you have 12-man personnel? It just, I don't know. 500. It still show be live or video. It'll be live. Old school, man. Thank you for super chat. He goes, old school BKC show with Coach Weaver. Yeah, man. Thank you for the super chat. Doesn't say anything else, but everybody check his channel out. You could drop the link if you want. Yeah, we've destroyed the Rams of late. Yeah. So I could see the Eagles introducing a fake shove and do a pitch out to Barkley or pass touchdown to Smith or Brown on the edges against the Rams. I mean they did a fake tush push last year and they threw a bomb. And it was like the play Hurts overthrew. I forget if it was Dotson or who it was. He was wide open. He overthrew him, but they never went back to it. Run it again. When you get 2nd and 1 and you line up in a tush push, throw the bomb. Eagles used to always struggle with Seattle. We always struggle with Seattle. In Seattle. I love when we figure it out late because after that we are stoppable. Agreed. Baron, what's going on, my man? This will be the week the Eagles rise and soar high. We always step up when challenged. See, that's what I think too. Because I think these are the kind of games that Hurts raises his play, and then the whole team kind of follows suit. I think they're going to be better this week. Won't be perfect, but I think they'll be better. So they got to go. Okay, all right, Billy Covington. I think Nick and Petula think they are geniuses in saving plays till later in the season. They must be saving a lot of them, What's going on, Chris Scott? How are you? 6-0 against the Rams since 2017. How about that? When did McVay beat us then? I saw a thing where he was 1-5. That can't be right. Yeah, check out my man's channel. Agree, which they'll throw a couple bucks. Unlikely parlay here. Ooh, parlays. Big Mix, what's going on, my man? How are you? My bad. 5-1. Rams is 20. Okay, 5-1. Yeah, I don't remember what game we lost, but yeah, 5-1. How do you feel about the lack of read options plays the first 2 weeks? Yeah, I would like to see more of it. I mean, I understand they kind of want to get away from it. They kind of tried to do that last year. But, I mean, I think you need to incorporate right now. I don't see why not. Hurts has to throw for 200 yards. Barkley needs 100. If not, we might be cooked. Yeah, well, I think that they're going to, right? They're starting corners out. So that's going to help us. We'll see if Goddard plays. But really, Barkley has killed the Rams, right? Last year he had, 2 games over 200 yards against them? So they're going to be keen. You know they're going to be like, we got to stop Barkley. We got to stop Barkley. We got to stop Barkley. So Hurts should be able to throw the ball if the Eagles put him in position to. See the Bills coming out of AFC? They could. Everyone's pissed about the lack of A.J. Devontae production. I was disappointed Dotson hasn't involved at all. He was week 1, but not last week. It's true. Hurts going to throw for 400 this week and then lose, but at least y'all get the stats y'all looking for. The only stat I care about at the end of the day is that W. Forbes will get cooked by AJ he got crushed by AJ. Now, I think Hurts going to have a big game this week. Go Birds, yeah. Jalen Carr and Jordan Davis are going to murder old man Stafford. DeJean's going to limit Puka, and Q will follow Adams. I like it. Dude, what about Jordan Davis? We got to talk about Jordan Davis. I can't talk enough about Jordan Davis, actually. I think Jordan Davis is having a great start. I thought he was really, really good the other night against Kansas City. They took a sack off his board. He could easily have 3 sacks so far this year. Jordan Davis is having a great year. He can play, and I think that's going to be a big benefit down the road. You are one of my favorite Akate Korean Eagle fans since 78. Man, shout out to you. Eagles fans since 78. Man, that's a long time. You've seen some tough things like me. That Dick Vermeil days, which I came in I came in right at the end of Vermeil. That's when I started remembering Eagles football. Marion Campbell, Buddy Ryan, the Fog Bowl, all those championship games, Reggie Lee. Man, you've been through it. So I'm glad for you, man. I'm glad for all the old G's who struggled and had to go through all the craziness that now get a team as we enter the golden era of Eagles football. Thank you so much. Philly 500, all my sports media got their talking points and assignments. They are trying to put an asterisk on our Super Bowl victory and great season. I think it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. But they're out. The NFL's out for blood, man. I think they were so pissed off that the tush push didn't fail and didn't get banned, because you see them coming at us for that. They want to change the rules of the salary cap too. Like they're after us, man. I have no doubt about it. Pound for pound, we have the best 50-50 pass catchers in the league. Gotta take shot. I agree. Now I know that they talk about turnovers. You don't want to turn the ball over, but I do think you have to take a shot. Like, remember they blitzed Hurts in that Kansas City game? He just threw it up. He threw it up, and Devontae went and made a play. He's got to do that because A.J. Brown will make that play all day long. Who is more dangerous at this point, Adams or Puka? I think Puka. Since 2005, the Rams only beat the... Are you serious? Since 2005? Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, Jordan Davis is on fire. Hurts won't throw for 400 all year long. Who's 0-2? The Chiefs. Hurts at 101 Chiefs again, but net, yeah, less than 100. He won the game. That's all that matters at the end of the day. You know, I'm not so much worried about what what they did is like, where do we go from there? What do we do next? The Eagles got the talent to fix whatever's going on offense, and when they get it going, I think they're unstoppable. Like to me, I feel like teams need to beat. If you're gonna beat the Eagles, you got to do it early in the year. You've got to do it early in the year because it's going to be too hard late in the year. Once they get it going, it's going to be too hard. Chiefs had their chance and they blew it. Now the Rams and the Buccaneers get their chance. And to me, if the Eagles can just win these 2 games, then I think you run away with the NFC Conference. Chiefs again, man, you must really be pissed off, huh? It must really, really suck. You play us in a Super Bowl, you think you're going to be on Dynasty, you're going to be on Netflix and all that crap, and then you get your asses kicked, and then you come back after off season to look at that game, have it circled on your calendar, been waiting all that time, all them months you've been going to sleep, dreaming, we're going to play the Eagles, all that to get out there and then lose to us. It sucks, man. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get for that stupid Colin Bradbury that was bogus. We should have had 2 Super Bowls on you. Don't forget Rich Kotite. Oh, God, Rich Kotite. Boomer Esiason said he was the worst coach he ever had. That include Pop Moore High School. He was the worst, man. He was the worst. All season wanting revenge just to lose again. Just to lose on an interception by a rookie safety. I love it. I love it. And then the great thing is that the Chiefs, they're now complaining about the refs. And that the refs give the Eagles a game. Everybody complains about the Chiefs and the refs. But the Chiefs complain about us and the refs. You can't make this up. Eagles only got 2 Super Bowls. For now, give it another year. Next year, you'll be saying the Eagles only got 3 Super Bowls. Then it's going to be the Eagles only got 4 Super Bowls. We ain't going nowhere, my friend. We ain't going. At least you only see us, you can only see us in the Super Bowl. I've been thinking to myself, damn, I've been watching football since 2017. Damn, it's a long time, man. I just keep getting better looking and better looking, too. Philly has to run the push-tush sneak successfully 100 times. Moved early twice, and all of a sudden they failed start every time. Yeah, every time. The last 2 years, the Eagles have been jumping off sides every time they do it, according to these people. Yet, nobody ever noticed it until that Chiefs game. Then everybody all of a sudden noticed it, and now they're all in an uproar. It's ridiculous. The thing about it is, for the last 2 years, and if you've been in my streams, you've heard me crying about it. They literally let the defenses line up in the neutral zone. I mean, there's pictures after pictures of literally the defensive tackle or the nose tackle over the ball. And they never call it. They never call it. And then they cry about, what, a couple offsides for us? Please. Thank you, Rome. Appreciate that, my man. It's ridiculous, man. We got 521 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I want to get at least 300 likes. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for about another 10 minutes, and then I gotta get out of here, so I can get some things done, so I can come back to do Sil's show. We got 268 likes, 1 dislike. I wonder who the dislike was from. KC Chiefs. But make sure you hit that like button. Why are they trying to ban a play that has been in the NFL since day one? Quarterback sneak, 8 2-inch push. Well, they're trying to get rid of the part where you can push the guy, right? Even though the Eagles don't need to do that. That's what they're trying to get rid of. 500, I've been watching since 2022. Yeah, man, you've been with me a while. Thank you so much. Lane said he had 2-3. Yeah, I would think he has about 2-3 years left. That sounds about right. Is it all sides, or do they know the count? What do you mean? The last Super Bowl was rigged. They didn't want us to three-peat. Yeah. Oh, believe me, the league wanted it. The league wanted it so bad. They had you guys set up for the whole Netflix documentary thing. You guys were getting phantom holding calls. All these crazy things that would go the Chiefs' way. You just ran into some bad mother humpers, and they took you guys out. It was nothing. That was not rigged. I remember when 500 didn't have any catchphrases, just immediately started ranting. Yeah, I'm very good at ranting. It's a league-wide cult, clown, cancel culture to ban a tush push. It is. You're welcome, 500. It's a fun ride. You enjoy. Thank you, my man. You think Lane will retire after next year? If they win a Super Bowl again, I think he retires. Otherwise, I think he comes back one more year. Do you think the offense's struggles are mainly Hurts, Patula, or not players starting? I think it's all the above. I don't think there's one factor, like there's one thing that's only it. I think all of it plays a part. I did watch a little of the All 22, and there are literally plays where if Hurts gets rid of the ball quick, guys open. But then there are also a lot of plays where it's just so predictable. So if I had to put it in order, I would go Patullo's the biggest, that's been the biggest problem. Then preseason not playing, and then Hurts. Because I think the more you play, I think that Hurts starts getting rid of the ball a little quicker at times. I think not getting rid of the ball quick is because you're still adjusting. So, yeah, I think Patullo's the biggest problem, but it's not the only reason. They're just so predictable. It's so predictable, their offense. I mean, most people know what they're going to do just watching. And that's the one thing I noticed. They're predictable. And they do things like, you don't have Dallas Goedert, but you've still got 12-man personnel out there. So you still got 2 tight ends out there, and Goddard's hurt, but you have better receivers that could be out there instead. So why not put Dotson out there? Why not have Mechie out there? They're both better than the 2 tight ends that are playing when Goddard's out. And like I said, I would love to know how many times they ran the ball compared to throw when they have 2 tight ends. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm going to try to find out. 500, just ask your haters, would you rather have Lamar stats but no championship appearances, or Jalen stats with Super Bowl appearances and a ring? Yeah, that's a great question. And I've asked Cowboy fans this, and I kind of get the they kind of like the stats better than the championships. They just can't be honest with themselves. Lane is already the best right tackle ever played him. He's up there. I mean, he's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Eagles had to get Barkley to win a Super Bowl. Still haven't got 100 yards on the Chiefs, and they still beat the Chiefs twice. I mean, think about it. You're just saying the Eagles could only win if they got Barkley. And then you said the Chiefs shut Barkley down. Yet the Eagles still beat the Chiefs. You can't win this one, Chiefs, my man. We're just better than you. We're just better than you. Hey, Philly, I'm feeling sick, but I wanted to hop on and thank you for Eagles work you do, man. Go, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope you feel better, Joey. Seriously, man. You rest up. I'm tired of hearing it's only week 2. This guy has been in the building for the last 5 years. Yeah, but it's not his offense, though. It's only week 2, Mav. It's only week 2. I'd trade McNabb's Pro Bowls and stats for 04. Me too. I would too. And that's the thing with Hurts. Hurts ain't worried about all the passing numbers, the big touchdowns, this, that. He just wants to win. Chiefs again, when Goddard comes back, it's going to be hell to pay. Yeah, well, I don't think we'll see the Chiefs again. I don't think the Chiefs, I don't know if they'll be in it. I mean, maybe they will, Look, I can't badmouth the Chiefs to a certain point. I mean, they're good, but they're just not better than us. We've got their numbers. Worthy will get to KO by Blankenship across the middle. Oh, yeah. Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017 without Barkley. That they did. And look, if they don't call that stupid penalty on Bradbury, the Chiefs, they kick a field goal, go up 3. I have no doubt in my mind, no doubt that game, Hurts going down and scoring a touchdown. We're winning that game. We would have had 2 Super Bowls on the Chiefs. We own the Chiefs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going on Cilio's show today. That's right. Yeah, I'll be on there. I assume Mark's gonna be on there too. I guess. I'm assuming. But yeah, I'll be on there today. And then I'll have a video later. We'll see what they talk about. It's gonna be, you know, what if the Eagles this, what if the Eagles that? Come on. It's like everything isn't okay, everything may not be as great as everything always seems, but it's never as bad. Like I said, like we could talk about the offense and the offense problems. But no, I don't think did anybody expect the defense to look the way they have the first 2 weeks? I mean, you got problems with Dory Jackson, but damn, I mean, you're getting play from Makuba that is like, I mean, he's playing like a Pro Bowl safety back there. And then you're getting plays from Jahad Campbell. I mean, I don't think anybody would have thought this defense would have been playing to the level I think they're playing right now this early. I think we thought maybe at the end of the year. But I think the defense, if you want to say the offense is behind, I think you have to say the defense is ahead. And I think this Darius Smith signing really helped that a lot. Like, a lot. Adoree will come around. He's either gonna sink or swim this week, because I don't think there's any hiding with the Rams. They can move the ball and they can pass, so he's got to have a big game. What up, Hazard? How are you? We just got to be patient with a quarterback too. I agree. Going to be test for quarterback too. It is, and I think the defensive line has got to play good. We need a big game from Carter and Davis. Mark probably won't be on it because he's at a hospital getting colonoscopy. Is he really? I didn't know that. Chiefs go 9-8 at best. I mean, you know, Andy Reid, Mahomes, it wouldn't surprise me to see them go on some winning streak. You know, they play the Giants this week too. They should win. Chiefs had no business being in Super Bowl 59. The real score was 46. I agree. Well, I hope he's okay. Yeah, he's probably not going to be on then. Crying about the tush push probably did. You notice Kansas City was lining up in the neutral zone all the time. So Darius Smith was a bad. Campbell, Mukumba, Rams are dangerous. Stafford still has arms. Stafford could throw. Yeah, they were lining up in the neutral zone every time. And they're not the first team to do it. Teams did that all last year, and they never called it on them. Washington did it the most. Let's see here. The Chiefs squeaked out wins all season. Who are the Eagles are barely winning? I don't know. I don't know. You guys are going after the Chiefs, dude. Yeah, we own the Chiefs. What if the Chiefs lose to the Giants? You're taking the Giants 27-24. Boy, Giants fans will be insufferable, because then they're going to go, well, we should have beat Dallas and we beat the Chiefs. We must be for real. See, I think the Chiefs are winning. I think Giants fall to 0-3, and then the tires start to fall off. You know, those guys start to get frustrated. Giants gave their best shot week 2. I think it's all downhill from here. I do. Giants D-line. Giants D-line is okay. Now, the question is, with the Giants is going to be Thibodeau. Like, if the Giants are out of it, and they will be within the month, what are they going to do with Kayvon Thibodeau? Are they going to trade him, or are they going to keep him? Because he's probably, going to walk in free agency. So he may be a trade deadline type guy. I don't think they'll trade him to the Eagles. But, hey, look, if the Eagles went after Parsons, then you never know. Rams had a chance to beat us, but Jalen Carter wrecked shop. Something you wish Chris Jones could do, right? Yeah, we'll take Kevon. I mean, why not? Chiefs got their ass whooped by the Chargers. Stop worrying about the Eagles. Concentrate on the AFC West. Man, the Chiefs fans are butthurt. Has there been one team that has drove the Chief fans as much as pissed off as it has been us? All those teams, the Bills, the Ravens, all those teams could not beat them for years. We drive them crazy because we own them. We've beaten them. I mean, Hurts went in there. After this, we lost Super Bowl, beats the Chiefs. Then they go and then they beat the Chiefs in Super Bowl, and then they beat them this year. Right now, what is it? Oh, hold on. Come here. Sorry, I got a friend. My friend wants to say hi. This guy wants me to hold him all day. We own the Chiefs. How about them Eagles? Yes, we do. Eagles broke Mahomes. It's crazy, right? Now we didn't see Bigsby. Hopefully Bigsby will play this week. I want to see Bigsby run the ball. I think you could run the ball on the Rams. And I think you got to run the ball on the Rams. Because I think the Rams, they got a good pass rush. They got good defensive line. But I think you could run the ball on them. I think that's what we got to improve. We got to get that running game going this week. Dante he's out and about. Dante is, he's out and about. There's Chiefs fans here acting like we didn't beat them. I know, they always do that. Is that Jason Kitten all grown up? Yeah, a couple of them are all grown up. This is my buddy, though. This one, every time I come home, it wants me to hold him. When it's nap time. Hi. We knocked the Chiefs off their perch, and now they're a bunch of crybabies. Well, they know it's bad for them. They're 0-2. They got no offense. Worthy and Rice, I don't know. I heard there's rumors that they might try to bring Tyreek Hill back. If I was them, I would do it. The defensive line the Giants have is going to destroy Mahomes. Yeah, perhaps. They might get called for 50 penalties, though. Did you see how many penalties they got called for last week? Hey, the Giants be crazy work. Yeah, that would be crazy. I got the Chiefs winning. Quinion's going to get his first pick this week. He needs it. He should have had that game win. He should have had a game-winning pick versus the Cowboys. Eagles broke the Chiefs' kingdom. Eagle fans had doo-doo doll of Mahomes. Nah. You're thinking of Mark Holmes. That's your new banner, Philly. What, this one right here? Yeah. Yeah, it's got all the playoffs and then the Super Bowl. What is it, baby? What is it? What is it? I'm in the same boat, but we got to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, we'll be fine. Hurts is Mahomes' daddy. Boy, Chief fans are pissed. Chief players were pissed. They don't like losing to the Eagles. Eagles got their number. Hey, Philly, Jordan Malata said defenses are mimicking the Eagles' cadence at snap to try to ruin the tush push. That's interesting. Then they got to change it up. You have to change it up then. Blame the dollar. Eagles belt the ass on y'all queefs. Yep. Hurts, Pigger, Chris Jones. Yeah, that was hilarious. He said we won the game. Shut your ass up. I mean, that just shows you his mentality. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rice is overrated. He is. He's overrated. I mean, he's there because they got nothing else. Makuba Matata, it means no worries. I like it. I don't know. I didn't know what that means. I see people keep saying Makumba Matata, but I don't know what the hell that meant. Expecting Carter legacy game. He always tears up the Rams O-line. He needs to have a big game. Really, they need to get to Stafford this week because if he's got time to throw, they've got weapons, and that offense can move the ball. But I think you could stop their run game. And I think if you get to Stafford, I think we're going to be fine. Do you edit your vids 500 or do you hire? No, I do all my own editing. I do everything. I have nobody working for me. I do it all, which takes all day sometimes. Only reason you won big last Super Bowl is because we had a bad game. How could they rig it for us? I mean, we know they rigged it for you guys in several games. Not to mention, don't forget the turf in the first Super Bowl. You and your kids never watched The Lion King. My kids have, but I haven't. I don't remember watching The Lion King. Yo, Philly, a.k.a. Penetrate. Yeah, the Penetrator. That's right. Yeah, Raiders stink. They do stink. And I'll be streaming a stinky game on Thursday. You got the Dolphins and the Bills. We're going to have to we're going to have to figure out some extracurricular activity because I think the Bills are going to crush them. Seriously, they're going to crush them. Right? Right? Yeah. Chiefs suck like the Niners? Yeah. How do you know the Hugo Matata reference, Lion King is on? Because everybody's been saying it in my chat for like the last month. They keep saying Makuba Matata. So that's the only reason I know of it. Chip Tooth says we beat you 3 days ago. Who was playing 25? Who are we talking about? Chiefs? Yeah. Apparently the Chiefs have bad games when they play only when they play Philly. You gotta watch The Lion King, even if it's animated. Probably one of the best movies. Okay. I'll try to remember that. Go ahead, go play. Go. Who haven't the Eagles beaten the last year's top 5? No, they beat everybody. Hurts beats everybody. Hurts' record against the best quarterbacks is absolutely ridiculous, is it not? We got to bet big against the Raiders. Who the Raiders got? Raiders killed me, man. Raiders killed me. Raiders really pissed me off. Geno Smith pissed me off the other night. They rigged the Super Bowl to be the most lopsided affair ever. Very entertaining with how great of a game it was. Delusional Chiefs. Are you a woman? Ty Robinson. Well, he's been a healthy scratch. So, I don't know what's up with him. I just guess he's not ready. It must be the only thing. You know? Guy's not ready. Never wanted to make it stick. If we win next week, it Hurts finishes the game. He's 17-0 in his last 17 starts and finishes. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm telling you, just win the next 2 games. Get to 4-0. And I'm telling you, everything will be perfect for us. We will glide right into that number 1 seed. Philly 500 writes and performs all his own music. He's like, y'all, yeah, I'm their Taylor Swift. Yeah, I think most content creators do all their own editing and stuff, right? I mean, I don't know anybody who hires anybody. A500, it's play on Hakuna Matata from The Lion King. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Check out the original anime. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it now. But yeah, I know everybody kept saying it during training camp. 500, did you make any bets tomorrow game in Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills? Think about it to make some. I haven't done anything yet. I was waiting. I was gonna wait until right before the broadcast, so that I had something to talk about for my sponsorship tomorrow. So I haven't yet, but I will be. I just don't know what I'll do. I mean, I think the Bills are gonna kill him. I think that coach is done. I don't think I don't think he fits a head coach. I think players walk all over him. He'd be an okay offensive coordinator. Would you want him as an offensive coordinator next year? That's a good question. They call me Mr. Pig. I don't know what that means. What excuse for the Chargers beating the Chiefs? Yeah, right. No, I haven't seen Mac McWilliams out there. No, I haven't seen him. Mike McDaniel stinks. Well, he's a good offensive coordinator, though, right? Like you think he would be a good offensive coordinator? I hope you all appreciate this era of football. Never seen a team like, yeah, me too. I mean, to me, this is a golden era of Eagles football. We need to win. I think we need at least 2 more Super Bowls. 2 more Super Bowls to cement it in to where it needs to be. Brown better than them effing Chiefs, the Browns. Miami's gonna have a fire sale at the trade deadline. Yeah, they are. There's talk Tyreek Hill to Kansas City. I don't know who else is available for a trade, but I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't even know who their corners are. They traded Ramsey, right? They got Fitzpatrick at safety. There you go. Bullshit. We were the number 1 offense, number 2 defense that year. Left my ass off. We were better. The team had 70 sacks. We were a good story with the rookie quarterback. Plus, we broke Purdy like we broke Spears. The only reason we lost that game was because of that stupid call on Bradbury. If they just if that was such a weak call, they just play that game out. Chiefs would kick a field goal, and they'd go up 3, and there would be like a minute and 45 seconds left. Hurts was going down the field and scoring touchdown. The game was over. We would have won. We would have won that Super Bowl too. That's why I don't feel bad for the Chiefs fans when they start crying about penalties. I want a 3-peat just because Brady and Mahomes couldn't. Is that pet? No, it's beautiful. Like, what will it take for Hurts to get the respect he deserves? If Hurts was, if that was Herbert, let's say Herbert or Burrow or any of those guys that had won a Super Bowl and got an MVP last year, he'd be the greatest quarterback in the league. But because it's Hurts, they overlook it. So no, I want it too. I want them to have to recognize him for being the quarterback that we know he is. I want them to have to forcibly admit how great the Eagles are. Yeah, Game Time Brian, man. Thank you, man. Shout out to Game Time Brian. If you guys haven't, go sub him up. He sent me an Eagles Game Time, green Eagles hat. So we had to represent. Drop your link in there, man. If there's any conspiracies that are true, it would be a muddy field indoors in the desert to ring Eagles' historic pass rush. Which I'm confused. What conspiracy theories we talking about? Yeah, go Birds. Vulnerability speaking, I cried. We could get like 4 more. I think our window's open, but we got to do it now. And to me, you got to get home field advantage. And if you beat the Rams and the Bucks the next 2 weeks, then you've got what? You've got Washington to deal with, which I'm not worried about Washington. And then you got Detroit, assuming Detroit bounces back. Other than that, you got Green Bay. See, that Green Bay game, week 10, I think that Green Bay was at week 10 or 12. That's gonna end up being for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. I really believe that. I really think that it's going to be. What are you doing, kitty? Just my opinion, though. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. Hold on. That's not what I wanted. There we go. They pulled the glizzy from Mark's ass during Koga. So he had a colonoscopy today? So he's not going to be able to make the thing where it's something up his ass, right? His ass hurts. These random Chief fans are undercover 49er fans. It's crazy. Exactly 500. I'd rather have Hurts throw 3,500 yards and win a Super Bowl than throwing 4,500 yards and not win a Super Bowl. Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen. I agree. But the one thing that they can never talk about with Hurts is, and they don't really talk about it anymore. Like, back in the days, like the 90s and even the early 2000s, even mid-2000s and stuff, like early 2012, 2013, they used to talk about winning. Like, who was clutch? Is a guy clutch? Can he win big games? That used to matter. It doesn't seem like it matters anymore. You never hear them anymore. You never hear these guys talk about, you have You're down 4. You got to go 80 yards with 2 minutes left. Who do you want at quarterback? They don't talk about that. They don't even bring it up anymore. Why? Because you got to put Jalen Hurts up at the top of the list. That's just the truth. Mark had a prostate exam today. Man, I used to have a whole skit on that. Teams with great defenses do not throw for 4,500 yards a year. Teams with great defense do not have to throw. That's true. I think retired pros are going to move on the space of these analysts to the point where Hurts' credit will come from the dragon's mouth. Maybe. Did he like it? I'm sure he did. Hey, where's that Cucknars all damn day? Oh, he's probably he's probably over there with Sills right now. Mahomes 32. They about to be down bad. We'll see. Hurts is a bum play. Hurts a bum. Plays like he's that his team carries him. I don't know. I mean, both his best games ever were against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. He had to throw the ball. So that's crazy. I give Mahomes respect. I always put Mahomes 1 because he won 3 Super Bowls. I always give him respect, but we don't get it back. It doesn't work. Doesn't work both ways, I guess. Yeah, one who Super Bowl MVP, right? I think Stafford has 3 touchdowns. Has to throw 3 touchdowns. Not happening. He might have to. He's gonna have to throw. Mark Love talking about his ass and stuff. You could just keep to yourself. Don't know why he thinks everybody else needs to know that. I think Mark just likes to make videos to talk. I think he likes to hear himself talk. So is he in surgery, or he had a procedure done, or what? Besides the Eagles, I hate other 31 teams. Yeah, I hate everybody but the Eagles. Well, my second favorite team is anybody playing Dallas. We're already seeing it in Tom Brady, Breeze, man. That's the utmost acknowledgement to me. Agreed. I agree. They don't talk about it anymore. It doesn't. It's like it doesn't matter anymore to these people. I don't get it. It used to be a big point when we used to talk quarterbacks in the day, like who was clutch, who could win the big game, who couldn't. Korma, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Said Mark Holmes is making videos from a hospital bed. He can't go without it, man. I'm surprised he doesn't have them record the whole procedure and then post it. Thank you so much for that super chat. Why is nobody talking about AJ's PI non-call when the punched the ball out? Cam arms at a snap of the Phantom. Rough bone. Which call are we talking about? Which one are you talking about? It sucks. Yeah. Eagles are methodical and poised, talented and smart. It is a culture thing. Agreed. In order to beat the best, you have to play mistake-free football. Stafford has to be perfect. Ask Mahomes. He does. And I wonder, Stafford had a bad back, right, all training camp. I say get some pressure on him. Hit him around. Let's see what he's got. I have to go. I didn't watch the Chiefs game. I mean, the Rams game. I need to go back and watch that Rams game versus the Titans. But the Titans aren't that good, though, Chiefs again, you would need the team to be good, wouldn't you? I love the Eagles, but that was not pass interference. I know exactly which plays. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which game. I don't even know which game we're talking about. Are you talking about the Super Bowl or are you talking about last game? Sub up to Game Time Brian. Yeah, definitely sub up to Game Time Brian. He's actually a down-to-earth, logical Cowboy fan. He'll tell you if they stink and stuff like that. No one wants to talk about Hurts being second in MVP voting. Oh, no, they won't talk about that. You see what I tagged you in the other day? Please look. I'll have to look. Bradbury said himself he held. Yeah, I mean, look. Technically, yeah, I guess. But the thing is that that play was good. They were not calling that play the whole game, and then all of a sudden you call it. You got to call it both ways, and that's the thing. But I mean, you've seen the Chiefs. The Chiefs have had more breaks and more games where they've gotten the biggest phantom calls out of anybody we've seen in a long time. I know you know that. Rod, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Where can I purchase the LIX banner? So this banner was it was on the Eagles store. It was on the Eagles shop, and then it was sold out, and I found it on eBay. So there was one more with the guy I had on eBay, but there were a couple people that had it. There were more than one person, so you might be able to find it there. That's where I would look. Cormac Davis super chat. He goes, Grant Calcaterra is a huge liability onto our run and pass blocking. I know, and what I don't get, and I was talking about earlier, I don't understand why they use him so much. It's kind of crazy to me, It's really crazy that they use those tight ends as much as they do. Because to me, Goddard's not there, and you got better receivers. I think Dotson and Mechie are better than Calcaterra and Granson. So why not use them more? I want to know how many times they ran the ball when the tight ends were on the field, and how many times they threw it. Because that could totally tip a defense off. And Cormac, thank you so much for that super chat, my man. Let's see. You haven't called on the Folesian Society in a while. Laugh out loud. Man, we've came a long way from the Folesian Society. Remember that? Yeah, you're an OG if you remember that. I need to bring back the Folesian Society shirt. Those were fun. Now, Folesian Society, they loved watching Wentz collapse. And then I think we've all kind of fallen in line under Hurts. Leo, what's going on, my man? How are you? To be honest, Mark should be commended for openly talking about his colonoscopy. Given the history of men not getting checked brings awareness to the problem, I applaud him for that. Men get checked. Yeah, everybody get checked. Get your colonoscopy. I have no idea what he's doing. I'm just reading the text, but hopefully everything's okay. Darius Cooper. I saw Darius Cooper out there for a push tush, but they haven't used the receivers. To me, I think they had 12 men from what I saw. They were running 2 tight end sets, but I don't think Mechie was out there that much. And if Mechie's not out there, Cooper's not going to be out there. So they need to use those receivers more. To me, the biggest problem for the Eagles is I just think they're too predictable. I think their offense is too predictable. I think they do things and they just keep doing it, and I just think they think we're so talented that we can get away with it, but you can't. You're gonna have to mix it up. I hope Wentz plays when we play the Vikings. We should cheer for him for 20. Wentz is gonna end up having like a Randall Cunningham type year with the Vikings. History repeats itself in some way, Yeah, get it checked, get your colonoscopy, your prostate exam, get it done. Make sure you don't have whatever, cancer and stuff. And I'm glad if Mark's just getting tested, that's good. But Mark can't help but make 90 videos a day, even if it's a prostate exam. Big Dog, can you please double mark Sassy Seal's ass today? Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he says. I imagine he's going to go after Patullo. He's going to go after Hurts. How are you going to be confident? And, he'll make it feel like, you should just quit on the season. Princess of Barbie is here. Princess of Barbie. The Barbie, the doll princess of YouTube is here. What's going on? I'm good, and I agree with your assessment of the team through week 2. It's only week 2. That's the good thing. Not week 3, not week 4. It's only week 2. So we'll figure it out. Come here. Too predictable in offense. Oh, I got 2 of them here. Come on. Oh, you ran away. Here's another one. Say hi. Do you have a cat breeding company? Always new kit? No, I don't. I just got cats that like to do matrimonial duties, man. They just like to make babies, make kitties. What's up, James? How are you? This is why we need out of the building offensive coordinator. This offense needs to evolve. We have all the tools. We just need to. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Colonoscopy is every 10 years. 45 up. Endoscopy is 3 years. Okay? So every 15 years. Dante puts in that work. Dante be putting that work in, right? Right? Making them babies. You ready? Ready. He's ready. Alright, guys. Well, listen. I got to get out of here. I got some work to do before I go on Sill's show, and I got to do a video later. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. Yeah, I inspire you to adopt. That's cool, comrade. Definitely. That's very cool. Very, very cool. But I want to thank everybody for being here today. I won't be streaming in the morning tomorrow. I'll have a video in the morning. I'll be live for the game tomorrow night though. But I'll have a video later, and I'll be on Sills too. So Friday morning I will be streaming though. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. I hope you guys have a great day. I will definitely see you guys all later. But we got to get out of here now. With that said, peace. Say bye. See ya later. We'll let Mark take us out.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott!
Trying to feed him
Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk.
It is now for us to win the game.
It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.